Hello students, my name is Prerna and I'm your EVS teacher and I hope all of you are in the best of your health. So today from your EVS book Enviro, we are going to be reading chapter number 5. Alright, so let us start reading this chapter. As I told you, chapter number 5 and the name of the chapter is Food for Health. Started feeling hungry already? Okay, so first, let us do this small activity. It says, show the time you have meals. Draw hands of clocks to show time you eat the following meals. So, I'll talk about myself here. So, I eat my breakfast maximum by 9 a.m. and then I have my lunch maximum by 2 p.m. Sometimes I also eat it at, let's say, 1 p.m. or 1:30 p.m. Snacks, talking about evening snacks. So maybe by 5:30 I'll eat. And then dinner I eat maximum by 9 p.m. Alright. What about you? Do you wake up on time to eat your breakfast, or do you wake up at 11 and have your breakfast at 1 o'clock and then your lunch at 3 p.m. and maybe your evening snacks at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. and then your dinner at 11 p.m.? If you're doing that, that's a very wrong habit. All right. So try to follow a particular routine. Try to inculcate this habit of waking up on time so that you eat according to particular routine. Food is one of our basic needs. We need food to live and grow. Now, one day, if you do not get all your meals on time, what happens? You start starving, right? You start feeling weak. And that is why food is a necessity for us so that we can grow. Food makes us strong and healthy. It gives us energy to work, play, and study. Has it ever happened with you that you've gone out to play with your friends without eating your breakfast or without eating your lunch? What happened? Halfway, you were completely exhausted, weren't you? All right. Then we talk about sources of food. That is, where do we get food from? So it says we get most of our food from both plants and animals. We get fruits and vegetables from plants. From animals, we get milk, cheese, butter, egg, meat, etc. Right? So see, these are all plant products. This is fruits and vegetables here and some dry fruits, some nuts. And then you have animal products. So you get milk from cow, from goat, and then you get maybe eggs from hen, and then you get meat also from animals. Scientific research is being carried out on the harmful effects of meat and egg on our health. You know, as they say, excess of everything is bad, right? So you need to ensure that whatever food you are eating, it should be healthy for yourself, and no food you should eat in excess. All right. Harmful germs enter human body with them. Moreover, animals are like living beings like us. We should not kill them for our food. But most of us do that. Mostly for our taste. We kill innocent animals. Then you have kinds of food. So till now we have studied, why do we need food? To stay healthy, to grow, to be stronger. What are the two main sources of food? You have plants and you have animals. Now we talk about what are the kinds of food. There are 3 different kinds of food. First is bodybuilding. It contains protein that help us to grow tall and healthy. Milk, cheese, eggs, pulses, all these are very rich in proteins. So these are necessary for us if we want to get a good height, if we want to we have a strong and a healthy body. So next time when your mom makes any pulses, do not make faces. All right, eat that because it will help you grow tall. Then you have protective food. The name itself is telling you that it helps you against something. What is that? It contains minerals and vitamins that protect us from diseases and keep us fit. Fresh fruit, green leafy vegetables, milk and butter are rich in minerals and vitamins. How many of us are in a habit of creating problems at home when our mom cooks green vegetables? Yes, we do. How many of you know about Popeye? So Popeye the sailor, what happens when he eats spinach? The moment he eats spinach, he becomes strong, right? So if you want to be as strong as Popeye the sailor, you need to ensure that you eat green leafy vegetables. In your diet, you must include green vegetables. They are in fact the best source for your immunity. Then you have energy giving food. That is starch, sugar and fats. They give us energy. These generally include foods that have carbohydrates in them. So you have potatoes, you have ghee, butter. So all these food, they give you energy. So from today, we are going to make a promise that we are not going to say no to home cooked food because that is the healthiest food and it will help you in becoming tall. It will help you in building your immunity and it is going to give you energy as well. All right. We must eat different kinds of food in the rich quantity and it is called as a balanced diet. Not that you're just eating fruits or you're just eating probably dal roti. You need to have a proper diet. You need to eat all of these almost on daily basis but in proper quantities. So you cannot say, oh, I need to grow tall, so I'm only going to eat protein diet. No, you need to have a proper diet which should have which should be rich in vitamins, in minerals, in carbohydrates, in proteins, so that your body also grows properly. Then you have cooked and uncooked food. Food that we eat should be fresh, clean and well cooked. We cook, we must cook our food and most of us do that. Rice, chapati, meat, eggs and most vegetables are cooked before they are eaten. We cook food because it is easy to eat and it is also tasty and as well as healthy. Some foods can be eaten raw or without being cooked. All fruits, of course, are eaten raw. And then you have vegetables like carrots or radish or cucumber or tomatoes. These can also be eaten raw. That is, there's no need to cook them. You can eat them the way they are. But you need to always wash them before eating them. Then meals that we eat in a day. So in the morning you eat breakfast. Afternoon we eat lunch and at night we eat dinner. Between lunch and dinner we sometimes eat snacks. Now very important, table manners. How many of you have a habit of sitting with a family? Let's say you're sitting with your family on the dining table and the food is served and you sit like this. This is the biggest blunder that you do. This is not a good manner. So we're going to talk about certain table manners. And I'll tell you, I follow these table manners even today. First, wash your hands and mouth before and after eating every meal. In fact, washing your hands is the most important thing. Never start eating your food without washing your hands. What is it that most of us do? Whatever we are wearing, we clean our hands with it. Even while we are eating, if there's some butter or ghee or oil in our hands, what do? Oh, it's okay. Mama will clean. Mama will wash my clothes. Why? Why do we do that? Is that a good habit? No. In fact, what you can do is, so before eating, you wash your hands, and while you are eating, maybe you can have a table napkin with you, and any time you feel that there's something in your hands that you wish to remove immediately, maybe as I said, ghee, butter or oil, something, you can just dab your hands on that paper napkin rather than spoiling your clothes. All right, and then you need to sit up straight. Do not rest your elbows on the table. It's a bad habit. When someone serves you, say thank you. Another very important thing. A few of us have this habit that once the food is served to us, we are busy doing something else. You know, there are some people in our society who do not even get to eat those 3 meals. Just think about those people and think about yourself, how blessed you are. So the food is kept in front of you, but you're busy doing something else. In this way, you are not respecting food. And you know that in our country, food is also considered is related to the religious aspect. So you're disrespecting food, which is again not a good habit. So make sure that whoever serves you food, always say thank you to that person. And the moment you have the food served in front of you, leave everything else and start eating that food. Keep your mouth closed while chewing. We do that while we are eating. Oh, you know, I went there, and now imagine I'm eating something and I'm talking. How ugly it is going to look. But most of us, while eating food, we talk. What is happening? The first thing that is happening is that we are uh, we are performing a bad habit. Second, you know, when you're eating and you're talking at the same time, sometimes that food is likely to fall from your mouth. Is it going to look good? No, not at all. So when you're eating your food, always do it with a closed mouth. All right, and chew your food properly. Don't gulp your food. Don't do this. Chew it properly, relish it, enjoy it, and you should eat it in small bits. All right. Then say please or may I when you want something. Again, taking the same example, the entire family is sitting on a dining table. You can see a family sitting here eating one of their meals. So rather than just picking up something from from afar, something that is kept a little away from your plate, always ask that person, could you please pass that? All right. Take only as much food as you can. So I'll give you a little example. When I was probably of your age, I was in a bad habit of filling my plate with anything and everything possible, and I used to do that. And what used to happen? I could not eat that much, so I used to always leave that food in my plate. And I remember one of my teachers told me, or rather she asked me. So she asked, who eats that leftover food? I said, it's my mom who eats it. It's my mother. She eats that leftover food. And she asked me, is your mother a dustbin? That whatever is left over, you give it to her and then she eats it? So please, only take that much amount of food that you can eat, and whatever you put on your plate, please finish it. Never ever waste food. As I already told you, there are such people in our society who do not get even the 3 meals of the day. So feel blessed about it and always finish whatever is there in your plate. A lot of you have this habit of leaving the food. And then you should not even overeat. Do not take food from others' plate. So these are certain table manners which will not just help you in becoming healthy. They will also help you in in developing a good personality, and you'll be liked by people around. So remember, this food that you're eating is a blessing in your life. Enjoy it, relish it, and be thankful for it. Thank you so much.